welcome back to my channel. My name is T and love all things skin and beauty, and today we are going to get back into playing with some Lancome products. I got their primer, and it's a different primer than the Base Pro that I love, but this is their priming serum. It's a 24-hour hydrating solid smoothing primer. It kind of looks like Myrick's a bit. It comes in this little case like this with a mirror, and then you kind of open it. It's kind of like a big cushion product, and then you open it, and this is pretty much the primer. So I'm honestly curious about this one here, on how it's going to look, how it's going to feel and perform, especially since I am going to be going back with my Teint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation. I have it in 2 shades. One of them is my winter shade, and the other one is kind of like my in-between summer shade, which is this one. But these are, and this has sunscreen too, which I don't know why we do that. We should be wearing regular sunscreen. We should need to have sunscreen in this product. But anyways, I'm in the shade 445N, and the other shade is 505N. I'm more in between, like I can wear neutral shades. I want to make sure that I'm just like on the neutral side as all possible, because that just works for me. So maybe I'm a neutral, I don't know. But any hoodle, we're going to definitely try some more of that Lancome foundation. It is their reformulation, and I got it a while back, but I haven't really touched it. So I'm gonna try that out today. I'm also going through some of my shop and stash, by the way. So most of these are shop and my stash, and then some like new products sprinkled in between. Such as the Lancome primer that I just talked about, and also this is in my stash too. It is the Huda Beauty contour and bronzer cream in medium. I'm gonna see if this shows up on my see if it shows up, I don't know. But it's been here. It's just been here, just chilling, and I haven't really used it, so I definitely want to use that some more. We're basically going to do today kind of like an archive series, where I go through my collection, kind of pull some things either I've never tried and they've been in my collection for some time, and also have an archive being one of the eyeshadow palettes. And today we're also going to be going back in with a Mothership I, which is this palette here. Subliminal. When this came out, it's very like cool tone leaning, but it also has like a pop of color that I love when Pat McGrath does stuff like that. But this is like the OG kind of like, you know, packaging where it's like matte. Remember the matte gold in the back? It was just matte, it wasn't shiny, right? But this is what we are going to be working with today. So this is going to be one of the archive eyeshadow palettes we're going to be using for kind of thinking about this being more of like a series where like I just dig in my collection and play with, you know, palettes that have been released for some time now that I have in my collection. So there'll be like Pat McGrath, Natasha Denona palettes, and you know, even like bringing out indie makeup brands releases that, you know, unfortunately some might not be available to get, but it's just a series where I'm just trying to use my collection, just use it and love it. And so that's basically what we're going to do today. The only new product that I have where it's like brand spanking new and hasn't been in my stash for some time, like the Huda Beauty bronzer cream, because that's been in there for some time now and I have not touched that. The only thing that's like actually like a new to me is the Say Beauty Super Suede Radiant Blush Powders. I used Gracie in the other video, which is this shade. And now we are going to be using this shade here, which is Amore. It looks really cute. I also did some ham and I got some more blushes from MAC during the Ulta Beauty 21 days sale. I can help myself. Something about those sales just really get me more than the Sephora sale, I'm not gonna lie. If I do shop at Sephora for the Sephora sale, it's most likely to get things that usually aren't on sale and I can get 20% off. But also some of these brands are already having their own sales. Like, you know, YSL had a sale, Lancome has a sale, Makeup Forever is having 30% off. Like, some of the brand sales are definitely way better than Sephora. And it's like, they also are having their kind of like their own version of a sale, because like whenever certain products are also on sale, that Sephora also carries when it's 21 days of beauty at Ulta. Sometimes they're also on sale over there too. So maybe they're trying to compete in that area, or they've been having other people kind of like come into locations and say, hey, this product is actually on sale at Ulta for this amount. Can you know, I don't know how they finesse it, but for some reason, that's probably the reason why, because of competition. But I am honestly more of an Ulta girl. So the more brands that come in Ulta, the better, because their reward system is way better. But anyway, let's get into this. Get ready with me with this archive series, shall we? All right, so I'm gonna first go in with this primer. It comes in with a spoolie thing, but I kind of just like to dip my brush into like stuff like this. And also, it doesn't really have like a holder to put it in. Yeah, there's no like holder, so oh, I could probably put it right here, I guess. I guess that kind of works. So yeah, we're going to just go straight in with the primer. It's supposed to be hydrating, so we'll see how hydrating it is, but I do put on, ooh, this is really okay. Did I put too much? Oh wait, it is blending in. It looks kind of like white, but after blending it in, it's getting better. But I don't really worry about those stuff, that type of like thing when I'm putting on makeup. If it's giving kind of like a white cast, if I'm putting foundation, kind of like SPF. So we should honestly be fine. I'm curious if it will go really well with that foundation, the Teint Idole one, because y'all know how that foundation can get really dry really quick. So, which is another reason why I haven't really touched it much. But you know, we'll see. We'll see if this actually works. And then this might be my go-to when I am using the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear foundation, because that can be very drying. And I did put on, I have my skincare already on, which is just, you know, a toner pad or just toner, serum. I'm really into the Skin 104 Centella serum. And what else? Trying to think. Oh my god, I can't really remember what I put on. Jesus. It left my brain. Anyways, it's the emulsion. I'll probably link it somewhere. It's an emulsion. Do I want to go in the back of my hand, or do I want to just go straight in with a brush with it and kind of like, I think it will be easier if I go in with a brush, honestly, but I'm not sure if it's going to be even if I do that, but we're just going to see. I'm going to take the same brush. I just wiped it down, and we're just going to pat it on like so. And then just start going in. Yeah, I don't really prefer foundations that have SPF. I just think it's just dumb. I'm sorry. You should be wearing regular, like, SPF. Regardless. Like, this is not going to protect you at all. You know how the recommended amount of SPF you need to wear in order for you to be protected? Can you imagine if you follow the rule with this foundation? This foundation is going to be cakey as hell. It's just dumb. It's just so dumb. I don't know why they make foundations that have SPF. Like, why? It makes no sense to me. And that's just me, like, my version of, you know, being into skincare and all. I just wish they wouldn't do that. But anyways, I mean, I guess, but just know this will not protect you. So please wear regular SPF. Do not wear this by itself, because this is not it. Luckily for me, I'm not going out. I work remote, so I don't really put that much SPF on. Because again, I'm not outside. So, but whenever I go outside, I definitely put on SPF regardless. So, where's up? Okay. I don't know how I like this, actually. I don't think this is the right primer for this, because Jesus. Maybe I can fix it. I don't know how I'm gonna fix it, but maybe I can fix it. It is like not getting along with the primer, actually. So, and I don't want to do my face over again, so I'm gonna see if wetting it with setting spray is going to kind of help it at all. Just a bit, just to bring in some form of hydration, something, because yeah, I don't know if I like that primer, actually. I don't know if I like that. It's either I put way too much, or it's just not the primer that this primer gets along with, which is weird because it's from the same brand. So yeah. But then again, I guess it's a different formula than the Teint Idole. So maybe it just doesn't mix well with the ingredients, I guess. But no one's really mentioned this primer at all, which is why I just went out my way to get it, because I never knew that it actually existed. And they're still selling it, so I don't know what's up with that. But we are going to save this, but I'm gonna try it next time and just apply less of it, and maybe that will work. Okay, yeah, it's definitely helping. This is definitely helping, which is great because I don't want to do the rest of my foundation process all over again. So it's great that this is actually helping. It doesn't look cakey anymore, which is great. And then I guess you kind of move on with concealer and stuff, and hopefully like it won't be any more you know, problems with this. But yeah, this is not the primer for this that I know, but maybe it'll work with the Care Glow primer, foundation instead, but this is not it. Okay, much better. Okay, we somewhat finessed it and definitely saved it, which is great. And we're just going to move on with concealer. We're just gonna move on with concealer. I'm using the Teint Ultra Wear Concealer. This is honestly one of my favorite concealers to use. That should be enough because I don't want to go overboard with this at all. All right, going back in with my setting spray, and I'm going to spray my brush that I'm going to use to blend this concealer out. And then I'm going to start off with my forehead and kind of work it in there in circular motions. And I'm just patting, I'm not dragging, I'm just patting it in. And then I'm gonna do it again, spray my brush, and do my chin. Like so. And then normally I wouldn't really leave this on for too long because I'm one that tends to forget to blend. So I start off by blending the edges first, just to give it more time to dry a little bit. And then I'll do on the other side. Sometimes, you know, if I'm in a rush and I just don't, and I just blend it in all together and call it a day. Like so. And then I'm going to go back in with some more setting spray. I need some more of that setting spray because that setting spray is running out. I'm going to start blending it in. Like so. And I'm going to do it to the other side. Spray my brush. And then go back in. And I'm patting it on top to kind of like move it. But I'm not swiping, I'm just patting. And when you're patting, it'll start to like spread on its own, and it's easier for you to control it that way if you just pat instead of dragging it. And then that's pretty much it. And then let me just make sure that this is blended out. Then I could drag it a little bit down on my nose with the rest of the concealer is on the brush, like so. All right, and then while we kind of just wait for it to dry down, I'm going to move on to cream bronzer. This is Huda Beauty, so I don't know how light of a hand I need to be, but we're going to see. Also, the shade that I use for concealer is 460. Yeah. All right, let me figure out what brush I want to use for this. I cleaned some of my brushes, so yay me. I'm gonna go in with this Real Technique brush. This is the 450 brush, soft sculpting brush. I'm just gonna take some. That should be enough. Definitely can pick up product for sure. And I'm just gonna start putting this on. I typically place it kind of like this way, where like my sideburn or my ear is, and I kind of drag it like that, and then I drag it up because I don't want it to go so far down, because I'm just bringing back those shadows that have been lost. Why didn't I not try this before? This is really good. Hold on. This is good. Why haven't I tried this? Why do I have this just in my collection, just collecting dust? And this is honestly good. See, this is what I mean. Like, I miss the old Huda Beauty. I'm not going to lie. I don't know what direction they're doing with the whole marketing and formulating products, but y'all should be testing it before you make it available to the public, because every single time you release something, it gets reformulated because it's not good, and then they expect you to, oh, buy the new formula, buy the new one. Like, bruh, no. If it didn't work the first time, why would I trust that it works the second time? And it's kind of just weird. It wasn't like that before. And so that pressed powder that she came out and reformulated, first of all, the old one that I had, it was horrible. It was horrible. I didn't know I had so many lines underneath my under eyes. I'm being so for real. And I gave that away to someone. I was like, hey, you want to try it out? Like, I don't know. I didn't like it, but you know, maybe it works for you. So it's not in my collection anymore. I have to do like I take photos because I donate the products that I use to, like, you know, friends or people that I live with in my like apartment building, like my neighbors and stuff. And I clean them first before I hand it over to them. But yeah, I normally just take pictures because I don't like products to just be sitting there collecting dust if I'm not using it. So because of that reason, I normally just take pictures of them and then give it away, or, you know, throw them away, which I do hate doing. But yeah, that's normally what I usually do. This is so good. This is so good. Now this is a bronzer. I'm gonna take a little bit and I'm just gonna add it right here. Like so. Yeah, this is good. This is good. But yeah, I threw that pressed powder. I gave it to somebody else. I'm like, I don't need it in my collection. What am I gonna need it for? It's horrible. And I don't need the new one either. I'm sending this one out. It's just, no. It's just not for me. All right, now we can go on, I think, with blush, but I kind of want to do setting powder. So before I do that, I'm gonna take my pressed powder that I have from NYX, and I'm going to use this BK Beauty brush. This is the 109 brush. The other brushes that I've used so far have been the BK Beauty 101 brush. That was for the primer and foundation. The Adept Cosmetics brush in P6. That was to, you know, fix what was going on with the foundation and the primer not getting along together. I think that's what it was. And it definitely helped a lot, which is great. But yeah, going to go in with setting powder. Like so. Doing it on the other side. I love this NYX pressed powder, by the way. Like this NYX pressed powder in tan for the under eye, because I don't like my under eyes to be too bright. You know, I don't need it to be that bright, but this is really good. And I'm just using it on the places where I added concealer. Like so. This powder is really good. But yeah, I've been using my collection and trying to use it, trying to give it love, and I think this archive series is just going to be something that I think all of us need, especially if you do have a big makeup collection and you also love, you know, makeup, and you know, it's just this series is going to be way easier for us to use our collection together. Will it help with the buying products? Probably not, but at least I'm giving my collection some love. I'm going in with the Nude Sticks blush, cream blush in Body Language. This is a matte formula. I'm gonna take my Sigma brush in F43. It is the soft angled cheek brush. And I'm just gonna tap some here, like so. And then I'm going to take it slightly above where I added the bronzer. And these are very buildable. So That's one thing that I really love about the Nude Sticks blushes, is that they're really buildable. Just gonna go slightly above. I'm still slightly on top of the bronzer, but as you can see, it's really building up. Which is, so look at that, gorgeous. It's like a mauvey pink, I wanna say. But I think it will still go well with that blush still. I wanted more of like a pink, but I think that's still good. Or It Girl from Danessa Myricks, but when you look at the cheeks now, it does look like a pinky mauve, so that's good. That is good. Yeah, like I said, you don't really need, just look at that, gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. I have a bunch of Nude Sticks blushes, so I do need to re-up on some, because sometimes they do melt, especially the ones that are like, you know, the more balmy ones that are not the matte ones, but yeah, they tend to kind of melt out of the packaging, which is, you know, definitely not ideal, but it does happen. Also, my Makeup by Mario bronzer stick, for some reason, it looks melted, and I didn't do anything. It looks melted, and I've been trying so hard to want to, you know, use it. Let me show y'all. This is what it looked like. Can I, where is my bronzers? Here it is. I forget which one it is. I think it's the deep one. Let me show y'all. I wonder if it would pick up, but sometimes you can't even open it. It's just like, I hate that. I hate that I can't open it. There we go. It is so melted. And I didn't do anything. And I don't know why it's all melted for. Look, but I don't want to waste the product. So in order for me to like bring it up, I have to like take this whole compartment out and then like kind of like twist it, but I have to take this whole brush compartment out, and then there's a little like twist top thing, and I turn it, and that's how I can bring the bronzer up. I don't know. This is the only one that looks like it because I have two bronzer sticks or sculpt sticks from him, and yeah, that's what's going on. I just think it's weird, but like we were on the topic of melting products, and yeah. I don't know what's going on, but I wiped my brush down, and I honestly kind of want to go back in with the NYX. Ooh, yeah, I think that's enough. That's enough for the bronzer. This is the NYX Buttermelt bronzer, and I'm just going to slightly go on top and slightly on where I added that cream bronzer, like so. As you can see, I'm just going to be really careful because this can be very pigmented. And I'm just patting, I'm not swirling it, I'm just patting. And I prefer this way because it doesn't get patchy for me. So, yeah. All right. And now forehead. and I just tap. It's like one tap. One tap is all you need. One tap. Which is one of the reasons why I love this bronzer, actually, because, like, yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right, now I'm going to wipe this brush down again using my microfiber towel. And then we can move on with the Say Beauty blush and Gracie. Is it Gracie? Oh, no, I'm more. I used Gracie last time. But yeah, the shade that I used for this one, for this NYX one, was Butta. Butta I like more than the other shade that I have, which I think I gave that shade away because it just wasn't it for me. But we're gonna move on to Say Beauty. Yeah, I'm kind of starting to like this brand a little bit more. Ooh, one tap, that's all you need. One tap is all you need. I knew it would go well. I had a feeling it would. Because once it's all blended out, definitely was the right call to use that cream blush shade in Body Language. And gonna tap one more time. This is such a gorgeous shade. This is so gorgeous. Love it. This is gorgeous. Okay, we are now done. And now I'm just gonna powder the rest of my face with the Hourglass powder. I'm just gonna powder my whole face real quick. Let me just shake some of this up. I'm also in the shade Translucent Deep and the Hourglass Veil Translucent Settings powder. Okay, yes, this is good enough. And since I already washed some of my brushes, I can probably go back in with that other brush, even though I just used it. Or maybe I could go back in with this brush. I'll go in with the Nisa Pinnacle foundation brush. I still, till this day, don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. But yeah, I'm just gonna take this slightly above. We don't want it, we want it to be more defined here. So we're just using that setting powder to bring it back, bring it back. Could do the same thing on the other side. We're just gonna bring that back, make it more defined. Like so. All right, and then we're going to go back in with the smile lines. like so. I'm putting on a lot of powder, but honestly, I think this look kind of needs this. I don't know how I feel about that primer. I really don't. I don't know how I feel about it. I have to play with it some more because maybe I have to try it with another foundation because I don't want it to look kind of like oily either, which is another reason why I'm like powdering, even though I'm not the oily type. Sometimes with hydrating primers, like throughout the day, it can look really greasy. And I'm dehydrated and dry. Like that is my skin type. Because I messed up my skin barrier so many times with fungal acne. So yeah. Okay, I like how this is looking. Look at this is really looking. And I don't know if my lights are too bright. Let me see if I can turn it down slightly. I feel like they're kind of, is that better? I just realized that my lights might be too bright. So hold on. Hopefully that's a little bit better. I don't know. Let's see if I turn this light off. So this is what we are looking like. Hopefully that did something. I don't know if it really helped, but I feel like the color is coming back a little bit more. It's less bright on the monitor, which is why I'm looking here. Yeah, this is what we are working with right now. And now, which sorry about that, because I just noticed that it was like kind of bright, but at least you guys see the finished look so far with the base. Real quick though, I'm gonna go back in with the bronzer because I do want to bring those shadows back that were lost on my nose. So I'm gonna take this brush. This is the Sigma Soft Angle Concealer brush. I just lightly tapped, one tap. I'm just gonna go on the edges like so. And just kind of soften it up just slightly. But I do want to bring that back a little bit more. All right, now we can finally move on with the eyebrows. I'm going to go in with the LYS. I'm still trying to use this LYS Secure Brow pencil. It is in dark brown, but it's not really dark enough for my eyebrows. But it will do because I have to use this up. Like overall, it's a great like eyebrow pencil, but it's just the color. Color seems just slightly off, And I don't really do much with my brows. Like I'll just fill them in like so. Like how I'm doing right now. I'll just fill them in and then brush the pigment through like so. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side. And I'm just coating the hairs with the eyebrow pencil, like so. Focusing more on the middle area of my brows. And then I'll start to brush them through. Like I really don't do anything with my brows. I'm not gonna lie. I don't pluck them. I don't shave them. I just let it grow. I just let it grow, and so far I like how my brows are. I'm going back in with the brow gel just to make sure it stays together, that it stays in place. All right, and then that's pretty much what I do with my brows most of the time. Sometimes I just use brow wax or brow gel and call it a day. Yeah. Right now, I think we can move on with the palette, but real quick, I honestly do want to do my lips first because sometimes I forget. So let me do my lips first. I'm going in with, and I don't know if they're getting rid of these lip liners, but these are kind of rough. These are rough. These are the lip liners from NYX. The Speak Love Smooth Glide Lip Pencil and Soulful. These are not smooth. These actually hurt. And they take a while to really feel it in your lips. Like, it's not as smooth. At least not what I prefer. That will just have to do, I guess. All right, I'm going in with the McGrath Lust Gloss and Earth Angel. Oof. This shade gets me every single time. It is just such a gorgeous color of lip gloss. All right, now we can then definitely move on with the Archive eyeshadow palette of the day, which is Subliminal. I also have the holiday one that they came out with. I have two of the palettes that she released it as an extension of Subliminal, which is also this, which we can play around in the next Archive. But I just want to show you real quick. Like this to me is history because this isn't available. This was a holiday release, and as you can tell, like, yeah. So that's why I mentioned that some releases might not be available anymore. It's just me trying to use my collection pretty much. But now we're gonna go in with Subliminal. Oh my god. And we have the complete baked shades, not the ones that are coming out now with the Mothership's missing a baked shade, but I think it's doable. I really do. Chanel came out with a eyeshadow palette with baked shades. I don't know what factory they are using, but it's possible. It's possible. So, I mean, again, we're starting with, you know, brands to kind of lose their touch through, you know, not being transparent. That's one of them. And I think in order for Pat McGrath to really thrive would be one, transparency, two, coming up with more innovative products, which is going to be hard for her to do, especially since she owes a lot of money to the people that are basically her private equity firm. And so it's hard to do that when money is tight, which is probably the reason why, you know, some of the palettes were, like, you can definitely tell the difference in the quality of previous palettes, especially with, you know, the holiday releases and the small collections that she did with, like, the quads. Like, if you want, like, an OG, like, quad, then, like, you know, I could definitely pull out those quads, too, and do, like, an archive series of that. But especially those 3 quads that she came out with for the holiday, that was, like, one of the holiday releases, because, like, she didn't really do, like, mega motherships during that time when she was first starting out, as a brand. But yeah, I do think it has something to do with transparency, has something to do with staying relevant. It has something to do with staying relevant to your, like, base, to your loyalists too. And, you know, again, the loyalist factor would be, like, one, would be the bake shades and basically not having enough color stories to differentiate, because most color stories, like I said before, were leaning very much mauve, to the point where honestly every eyeshadow palette that she came out with after Divine Rose was a different version of that, which I don't think it was something that interested loyalists in a way. And yeah, so you have that as, you know, a factor. Where is the box? Because also, you know, if you're an OG, you know that her shade names are on this separate card. So I'm going in with Def first, and I'll probably put a picture up of the palette and kind of like circle the shades that I'm using. But I'm going in with Def first, and I'm going to start to pat this all over the eyelid, mainly the crease area, like so. And this is like a nice, cool brown shade, leaning slightly on the gray, you know, black side. And then I'm gonna bring this up to the crease just slightly. Like so. So you're basically building it up. One thing about Pat McGrath is sometimes with her formula, you kind of have to just build it. Just build it out. Like so. And I'm patting it in, and then I'm blending it out, patting it in, and then I'm blending it out. All right, so now that we have it slightly draped, right, it's blended, it's not too opaque, right, it's just a slightly then blended all over the eyelid, like so. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Going to pat it in, kind of like in window wiping motions, like so. And then you'll start to build it up as you go. As you can see, Pat McGrath's formula definitely needs a lot of love, especially with this one, because I've had this for some time. But eventually, you're going to get something like this, right? Going back into the other side, tapping this in just a tad bit. Definitely want it to be even, like how the other side is. All right, this is good enough, as you can see, right? And now we're going to go in, and I can honestly wipe this brush down just a bit, but we're now going to go in with this more black shade in the palette, which is Extreme Black. And we're gonna lightly tap just a little bit, and then we're just going to use this to deepen up the look where the outer corner is, get that more definition, as you can see. And then we can start blending it in just slightly. I'm just gonna drag it just slightly and do it on the other side. And again, I'm tapping And then I'm just gonna drag it. Just like that. All right, now I'm going to take this brush right here. This is the Refer number 2 Max brush. And I'm gonna go in with Def. Just a little bit more on like the slight tip, like so. And then I'm gonna use this to pat this on the under eyelid. Like so. I'm going to do it on the other side. I'm just tapping. And I'm just going to connect it slightly, like so. Just like that. We're doing more of like a grungy kind of like dark look. Wasn't really expecting to have like a dramatic look like this, but this is what happens when you're doing stuff more on the fly, which, you know, I'm not mad about at all. Gonna put my glitter primer on. I kind of want to use like multiple shades. So first off, I'm definitely going in with, and let me bring the card back out. We have VR Violet, which is this shade here. And then we have Astral White, which is this shade here. And then we have the blue shade here, which is what she's also known for, which is Blitz Blue. And so, I don't know, I kind of want to go in with, honestly, with VR Violet and Astral White, and maybe I'll do Blitz Blue on underneath the under eye, where the under eyelid is. But that's where my head is really aiming towards, so let's just do that. Now that looks gorgeous. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. I hope you guys do not hear Tiger screaming his head off. As you can see, and this is what I think we miss of Pat McGrath. We want her to push the envelope, which I think she slightly did with Petamorphosis, but we just need more color stories like this and not like mauve-y or leaning towards Divine Rose. Like, no more. But again, it's her brand, she do whatever she wants, but I don't think it's appealing to other consumers, which is probably why her sales dropped by like 50% last year. And also she wasn't releasing much either around that time anyway to begin with, so it's like, that's probably the reason why. Oh yes, this is what I love about Pat McGrath. Just look at that. Look at that. Oh, I tell ya. This is just gorgeous all around, honestly. Just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. All right, and now I'm going to do Blitz Blue. And I don't know, I kind of want to maybe slightly go in just slightly with the glitter primer. That way it can honestly pick it up. So I'm just gonna put it on the tip of this brush that I'm using, which first off, let me get a mirror, because I think a handheld mirror would be better for this. And I'm just going to slightly put it on top of where I put that matte shade. I'm gonna do the same thing the other side, next to. And then I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take this brush and pat it on the eyelid. I'm just patting it. I'm not dragging it. And just look at that. You can go really crazy with her color stories too, especially with this one. Like, you can go crazy with the looks that you can come up with. And like, this is it. This is pretty much it. It was so easy to create a look like this. It does take some time, but like, one thing, you have to show her shadows some love when you are using them, especially the mattes. You have to tap it, just pat it on, and then, which actually, not me, because I also want to go in. Look at me, I thought I was done, look at me. I kind of want to go in with Skin Show. Is that Skin Show? Yeah, Skin Show Nude, which is more on a satin side. I'm just going to slightly pat it on. Kind of bring this like so. I'm just, every single time, this is why I wanted to do this archive series, to just remember the reason why I have this collection. Why do I have this Mothership palette in my collection? Why did I get this in the first place? Like, when it first came out, why did I buy this? And this is it. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, and this is crazy how this is the first Mothership that came out. The first one. Which, not gonna lie, I might need to get like a new one because this is like really old. But I mean, it works. It still works. It still works like it was new. Like it was just new. You know? Like, look at this. It's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous all around. But real quick, while I have this, I'm just going to start to swatch at least the Blitz shades. So we have Astral White. We have VR Violet. we have, is this Pale Gold number 2. And then Blitz Blue. Look at this. Gorgeous. I have fun with that. I'm so glad that I decided to do this series, just to remember the love of certain palettes that I have, and the reason why I brought this in the first place, why I still continue to have this in my collection. Mothership I Subliminal will always be one of my favorite motherships, besides, you know, Subversive. Subversive was that, it was that one I was like really my favorite. But yeah, the 3 ones will always be in my, you know, my top favorites of motherships. And I think Sun, which one? I gotta look them out. I do have it here somewhere, but I think it's the blue one that I honestly love, which real quick, let me just look this up so I remember. All right, it is Midnight Sun, which I have to bring out because I think I brought out Bronze Seduction and not Midnight Sun. That might be another great archive episode as well. But I literally have all of them. I have Subliminal, have Sublime, have Subversive, I have Decadence, which I wasn't too much of a fan of because it's mostly just satin. All of it is satin. All of it. All of it is satin. And I just, I never really cared for that one. But maybe I'll bring it out and include like, maybe like a blend bunny or something. But I'm so obsessed with this look that I came out with. Definitely make this series your own. Pull out stuff from your collection that you haven't used in some time now, especially if they're eyeshadow palettes, and just be creative and just show your collection love. This channel was mainly the reason why I did it, was to show my collection more love, to actually use the products I have and not shop. But obviously a girl can't help it when there's a sale. So I do have some new products, and I definitely have to do a haul video because there's a lot of stuff that I'll hold, not just from Ulta, but from like I have other stuff that I just have just in there from like Hourglass, Kevin Aquan, and things like that. So yeah, definitely there is a need to do kind of like a haul video of like the new products that I have now in my collection that I recently purchased, and that might be one of them coming up. I still have to do the color fix sticks video. Hopefully by the time you see this, it's already on my channel, because I went very extensive with that one, and I pretty much used every single color fix stick duo and created a look with it. So hopefully you show that love as well. And let me know what you think about this look. How did I do? Do you love this series? Do you want to see what else that I could come up with? There's so many. Like, I could do a Pat McGrath series if I wanted to, and just use all of the motherships and her holiday collections and some of the collections that are no longer available. If y'all want to see that, let me know. But anyways, remember to love yourself, be kind to yourself, and love your skin. And I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.